You are listening to Proof Text, a Glossa House podcast exploring Scripture and all things related to it. New episodes are released daily. For more information, check out glossahouse.com and subscribe to our channels on Spotify and YouTube. Welcome and enjoy.
Hello, this is Fred Long, and we're looking at 1 Corinthians 14:4, and this is Constituent Marking on Proof Text. So we're making good progress here through the text of 1 Corinthians, and we're at 14:4. Now, below is the legend. So if you're just joining, you might want to watch the first few episodes of this series within Proof Text, where I talk about the principles of constituent marking. So we're looking at 14:4 1 Corinthians, and one thing I'm noticing is that there is no initial connector. I have nothing to put a box around, okay? So what I see instead is a nominative, masculine, singular article, and then I'm looking at lalon. Now, lalon, I'm going to single underline with the article. This is from the verb laleo. Laleo is an epsilon contract verb, and so there's been some contraction taking place here. I know that because of the circumflex, and what's happening is the own ending has been added, and this is the masculine singular nominative present active participle ending. So this is a participle. There's no other adjective around it. It's or noun, and it's got an article with it. So this is a substantive use of the participle, the one speaking. Glosse. So o lalon, glosse, e auton, ikodomi. So this is glosse is what I'm looking at next. So o lalon is single underline, then glosse is put into curly braces. And what we've got here is special case uses. This is a dative of means, the one speaking by way of or using or in a tongue. Ikodomi. Ikodomi is from ikodomeo. This is an epsilon contract with an epsilon, and the ending is e, and we see that circumflex there. This is present active indicative third singular, and e auton is double underlined. So the verb is ikodomi, builds up or edifies, and then the direct object is e auton, builds up himself. So altogether, it's the one speaking by way of a language or in a tongue, builds up himself, edifies himself. De is then what we see next. So the next part of the verse is o de prophetevon ekklesian ikodomi. So o de prophetevon. The de is that's a connector, that's a conjunction. So we put a box around it. De marks new development, and it can be used in situations of contrast, and that's what we have here. We're contrasting the kind of edification that occurs when one speaks in a tongue or a language and when one prophesies. Okay, so there's a disjunction between the one speaking and the one prophesying, and then the nature of the direct object, ekklesian, and the verb is different. So these are different, and the gift exercised is different, and so you have 2 points of difference, which indicates that de is being used in a contrastive context. Now, de means new development, but it can be used in context of contrast. So here it would be but. But the one prophetevon, the one prophesying, again, that's a masculine singular nominative present active participle, builds up ikodomi ekklesion, the church. Okay, so very interesting too to see the change of normal word order. Normal word order is verb, subject, object, VSO, but we have in fact subject, object, verb, and this causes the elements to be paralleled. So there's the subject, here's the direct object, so be, and then here's the verb. So you have ABC, ABC. So you have really a parallel kind of statement and a violation of word order in a sense, or not a violation, but a departure from the default. And so what's happening here is that you have a contrast taking place of two different gift persons exercising their gifts, and the contrast is by way of the gift and who or whom benefits. Who is built up, oneself or the church, which is kind of a serious contrast when you think about it, because presumably oneself is a part of the church. So why would this be distinguished from building up the church? Well, probably because building up oneself is not a positive thing. And so that seems to be the point. All right. Well, thanks for listening and watching Constituent Marking with Fred Long on Proof Text. See you next time.
Interested in growing your ancient language skills but not sure where to start? Glossa House can help. From illustrated readers and short stories to lexicons and grammars, Glossa House offers a variety of resources for beginning, intermediate, and experienced ancient language learners. Head to glossahouse.com today. Glossa House, language resources for the global community.